Hey everybody, this is GGB. Let's go over what happened today on Sunday, what is going to happen today on Monday, and we're starting a whole new week, so if you have any ideas for a dare, put them in the comments section below. I might not hit 4 points this week. I might. Who knows? Just put them in the comment section below and we'll see. So, what happened yesterday? We had some Big Ten basketball play yesterday. A lot of games happened. Nothing changed. If you look at the order today and the order yesterday, one thing changed. Maryland passed Rutgers, which, whoop-de-doo. Unless you're a Maryland fan, unless you're a Rutgers fan, I guess you could also be excited. Why does it seem like every time Penn State beats a team, they automatically become good again? Rutgers was on a downward streak, and then Penn State loss was like, okay, we suck, we gotta make sure we're good again, and then Maryland, same thing happened. I don't know what the heck is going on with these teams. By the way, Penn State played a close game against Iowa, weirdly. I didn't expect it to be that close. I honestly didn't. To think that it was that close, and Hera made almost no impact on the game, and Luka Garza still dominated. That's a pretty impressive. For Penn State, I honestly expected us to get blown out today. We didn't. I'm actually kind of impressed with our basketball team. I don't think we're going to make the tournament. I think it's pretty obvious we're not. We're not good enough basketball team. But I think we played a very good game against Iowa. But the problem is we're not beating anyone. Our best wins against Wisconsin, who's, sixth at this point in the Big Ten. We beat 6th, 7th, and 8th. If that's an accomplishment, I guess, yay. But Penn State lost. Iowa State was out at 4. Makes it a little bit closer with Ohio State. Now about 12-5 record for Ohio State, 11-5 record for Iowa. Now I expect Ohio State to beat Michigan, in the upset of the day. No upset happened, so I guess I was right. It was the closest game. It was only a 5-point loss or something like that. It was a close game by Ohio State. I honestly think Michigan's the best team in the Big Ten by a lot. Illinois is close. Ohio State's close. But I don't think I was going to be able to put a fight up against them. No. Iowa beat Penn State, like I was saying. What else happened? What was the other ranked game? Northwestern played Wisconsin. I don't know what you want me to say. Wisconsin absolutely crushed Northwestern. It was a domination. It was not even close. And it continues a very bad losing streak. If you even compare it, you go over to Iowa State. Iowa State still has a better, still has a better losing streak. Northwestern has probably the worst losing streak in the nation in in FBS football. I don't know a team that's doing worse right now. I don't exactly know. But let's go to the American. Nothing huge happened. Cincinnati fell behind Tulsa. I don't think anyone really expected Cincinnati to beat Houston after Houston got humiliated by Wichita State. I think everyone expected Houston to be coming out okay, we have something to prove, and then they dominated Cincinnati, obviously. Fell behind Tulsa, so obviously Tulsa fans are happy about that. USF won today, so they passed UCF, but I don't see that as a big deal from a UCF fan. We can still keep winning, I think. So that's really all that happened in the American today. Not a big deal. So let's go over the 2 basketball games. I'd like to remind everyone, so in case you're watching this on Monday, which I hope you are watching this on Monday, I can't predict the future, so I don't know if these 2 teams are going to be ranked, and there is question here. Normally there's some, of course Gonzaga is going to be ranked next week, that's an obvious. But, Texas Tech lost. I think they only played 1 game last week. So, yeah, they lost to Kansas. Obviously, they'll be behind Kansas. They lost 2 games this week. On Tuesday, they lost to West Virginia, and then on Saturday, they lost to Kansas. So, yeah, that's not a sure thing they're going to be in the top 25. You can't lose 2 games and then we're just yeah, that's fine. You can be in the top 25. I understand they're 2 good teams, West Virginia and Kansas, but, what do you want from me? I don't know if Texas Tech's going to be in the top 25, but Texas Tech is supposedly going to be in the top 25, and at the very least, I expect Oklahoma State to be in the top 25 heading into next week, so I'm going to pick this game. I'm going to pick... Oh, wait, never mind. I'm going to get to that later. Texas Tech plays Oklahoma State. Obviously, it's somewhat important. Remember, if Texas Tech loses, it's not the end of the world for Texas Tech. They're really as low as they can humanly fall. I don't see TCU passing you. It's just not going to happen. TCU lost to Kansas State this weekend. They have game left against West Virginia and Iowa State. Like, even if you lose, like, I don't see them beating West Virginia, and they might beat Iowa State, but still that's not enough to pass you guys. There's not a whole lot to worry about here from Texas Tech perspective. They're really at the bottom. They're really as low as they can go. Now, a win here would move them to 7-6. Not necessarily hurt, or like they would move up a spot, move past Oklahoma State, obviously, because Oklahoma State would lose, be at 500, 7-7. Now, with an Oklahoma State win, they still can't pass Texas. So this is basically for Oklahoma State just retaining their position of 6th place in the Big 12. And for Texas Tech, it's about taking 6th place in the Big 12. That's really what this game is about. I expect Oklahoma State to be ranked, if not Texas Tech. Let's go to the Pac-12. USC's taking on Oregon, and I've looked at this. Oregon's not moving. Like, with a win or a loss, like, if they lose, they're still not falling behind Colorado. Like, it would be helpful for them to get into the tournament, because obviously they don't have the best resume, because they lost all their out-of-conference games. Like, the out-of-conference games that would actually impact, like, your Missouri game. Like, that should have been a win, guys. And then they lost some games that I think they obviously should have won, and then they didn't. So I don't know what you want from me. Oregon just has been an up and down team all year. It's just been very confusing, and they just really don't have a resume building win. Now I think the USC game might be, but again, USC is not 100% positive of being in the top 25. They lost to Arizona. They lost to Arizona on Saturday. So I mean, I don't know if they're going to be in the top 25 either. But I'm really hoping they are, because otherwise I think the Big 12 game is the only one that's going to be on, because let me tell you, Syracuse is not a top 25 material team. That's the only team, Power 5, playing tomorrow. And the same with Duke. I mean, they're playing Duke. Duke's just not top 25 material right now. So USC's playing Oregon. Oregon with a win or a loss is not moving anywhere. Now, USC with a loss, UCLA would pass them. So this is really for first place in the Pac-12 if you're USC. Now, if you're Oregon, UCLA fans are at home going, "Go Ducks!" Now, if you're a USC fan, obviously you're going to be watching this game very intently, hoping you win this thing. Because, remember, there's about 4 games left in the Pac-12 regular season. So, I mean, there's just not a lot of room to there's some room to catch up, but, like, UCLA could not make a mistake down the stretch, and they have some tough games playing out with Utah and Colorado. Like, they barely got by Arizona State. Like, I don't know. If I'm a UCLA fan, I'd like to go into that final weekend not necessarily needing to win to keep the number 1 seed in the Pac-12. But, you know, that's just me. If I was a UCLA fan, which I'm not. But it's going to be interesting. I think Oregon has a decent team they've put together this year. I'm going to be very interested in watching this game. So, which game does GGB think is going to pull off the upset? Now, remember, I'm going by the spread of today. So, Texas Tech's fair by 2.5 points in this game, and I'm really excited to watch this. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think the Cowboys do have a better roster put together. I think they're better coached, in my opinion. I think they just have a better team overall. It's going to be interesting. But right now, Texas Tech is favored in this game. I'm really interested to going and watching that game. I think the Cowboys are going to win. So, hey, everybody, this is GGB, no co-host Pepper saying adios, amigos. Go Cowboys.